Dog meat, I got a question.
What's up, guy with the cool t-shirt?
So you remember when DICE revealed the original Battlefront games and they said they were going to show off gameplay, but it ended up being in-engine footage, and they tried to explain how the in-engine footage kind of looked like the gameplay itself?
Oh, how could I ever forget?
Okay, good. I'm glad you remember. Now, think of that very moment there, and then create a whole event around it for the next generation of consoles. Because that's what Xbox just did. Salutations, everybody. It is Mr. I Talk to Inanimate Objects here. I hope all of you are doing well. I know not all of us had the best morning, but I wanted to dedicate today's video to Microsoft's big next-gen gameplay reveal, which was lackluster to say the least. I seen a lot of people like picking on this guy here for his funky looking green screen and stuff. This is just kind of a product of the times we're in currently. I'm really not upset about the production value or anything. It's more so what was promised versus what was delivered. And I know a lot of people are gonna like rush right into this video and then auto dislike it and tell me how bad I am or that I'm just a PlayStation fanboy and whatever. Have at it. I'm certainly not. I don't really have a what is the term? I can't believe I've got to look this up right now. I don't have a dog in this fight. That's what it was. I just want cool games, and when a event is dedicated to showing off gameplay, I am perfectly happy no matter what the console is. Still, we had Xbox, Phil Spencer, everyone was hyping up, man, there's gonna be great gameplay. We had Assassin's Creed Valhalla promising a nice gameplay reveal, and we'll get to that later, don't worry, that's deeper into the video. Concept wise, some of the games that were shown off during this whole Microsoft gameplay event weren't actually that bad. Like, I saw them and was intrigued, right? Let's take, for example, The Medium. This was a psychological horror game. I'm all about that, man. Those are great stream games. You guys get to watch me poop myself. Who doesn't like that? There was a game, Scorn, which also piqued my curiosity. I'm like, what is this? But I thought the goal of this event, the gameplay reveal event for next-gen consoles, was so that I didn't have to ask these questions, right? That I would see Scorn and be like, ah, I get it. I understand why there are things crawling out of the body and blood going through their heads. Okay, makes sense. And it's not the fault of the people who made the trailer. They made great trailers. That's the thing. It was the marketing. Something happened with the messaging between Xbox, Phil Spencer, and delivering it to the consumers where expectations had to be set. Now, in Assassin's Creed, I don't even want to say defense because they marketed more that it'd be gameplay than not. They did say it'd be more along the lines of a small teaser. But this was like last minute, like right before it was all gonna happen. They're like, oh, by the way, it's a teaser, it's not gameplay. It's like, surprise, gotcha. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not alone that there were games I saw that did pique my interest, but you really couldn't take anything of substance away. Now, there were some standout examples, and I want to mention them in all fairness. Let's talk about Bandai Namco revealing Scarlet Nexus, a game that actually tickled my love for Japanese anything. You guys know me, I'm a weeb. And then on top of that, we have a futuristic city, psychokinetic abilities, but I have a rule. Come with me, we're going to class. Hi, welcome to class. So let's talk about Bandai Namco, right? This is a company that presentation-wise, when it comes to any of their anime games, nail it. Man, do they look so good. I can't get enough of them. But it's when you get your hands on it. I'm looking at you, Tokyo Ghoul. I'm looking at you, Jump Force. It's when you get your hands on these games that you learn there is a wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle. One Piece? I've been fooled one too many times, Bandai. I love how your games look, and Scarlet Nexus, no exception. Really like what I see here, but I know better this time. I know better. You're not gonna use my love of anime to pull me in for a pre-order. No, not this time. In all seriousness, it did look cool. I was interested in that, and it was actually gameplay. It gave me an idea of what the universe was. Bandai actually nailed what a trailer should have delivered. I saw it and went, okay, I understand that. It's from the former developers of the Tales of series, like, bravo, there we go. This is all a good combination of things to excite me for the next generation of consoles. Of course, there was also Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. A lot of people ask why I haven't talked about this game on the channel that much. I have not played in its entirety the first one, and I feel like I'm not meeting that prerequisite to give you an accurate, informed opinion on things happening with Masquerade Bloodlines 2, but as a fan of RPGs, this game needs to get into my life ASAP. The only issue is there's no release date. Once again, as I stated earlier in the video, kind of a product of our times. All of these games, for the most part, didn't get any type of date, except for a few. Tone change. Let's talk about what absolutely sucked about this thing. All right, I'm done with the positive things. I've said my piece. There were some things I liked, but let's talk with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Y'all told me it was gonna be gameplay, and we got gameplay, but it was like brief snippets, some beautiful screens in there, but man, like when I saw the reveal trailer for Valhalla, I'm on board, and I'm still on board. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those things where it's a temporary problem. We'll get our gameplay soon enough, but when it was promised at one point and we got a snippet, I saw more of Assassin's Creed Origins. Let's put that into perspective too. Once that happens, that's when it becomes an issue. Once again, with communication. If it's a gameplay teaser, use those words and we'll be fine. No one would have a right to sit here in front of a camera like me and complain. But instead, the route they take is we're doing gameplay.
Tune in this Thursday to see the game during the Xbox Series X gameplay first look on Inside Xbox. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
Hype everyone up, drive everyone to Microsoft's big event, and then at the last minute say, oh, it's a teaser, by the way. And then everyone's like, I'm already here. Well, I guess I'll sit here and watch and be disappointed. Dudes and dudettes, let's just process for a second that this conference lacked so much gameplay that even Madden 21, Madden, a annualized franchise, got hardly any gameplay. It was more of Patrick Mahomes sitting on the couch talking to us. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's great. I like Patty Mahomes, but come on, man. Like, at least show gameplay for the sports games. Like, I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, man, they really didn't have any gameplay. Like, how did they call it this? Why didn't they just say a Xbox Inside Xbox show, just that, or just say these are trailers for games coming to Xbox Series X? Like, there were so many ways to market the message to people without them getting confused or excited about what you told them it was going to be. It's not the end of the world because we can just literally like punt this thing all the way down to July, where we know Xbox is revealing their first party stuff. If you want to watch my previous podcast episode, Carrick and I talk about some rumors that we've been hearing, such as the Mass Effect trilogy remaster. We also talked about things to expect maybe at that first party reveal event. So there is some good stuff coming, and fret not, we still have PlayStation, who reportedly is just a couple of weeks away from their big reveal. So it's not like we're SOL at this point in time. Still, this is the first step in the summer Game Fest from Jeff Keighley and Xbox, and so I just was really hoping for a little bit more. Like, start off with a bang. And like I said, there were some standouts there that I was interested in, but for the most part, this was just, wow, disappointing. Fortunately, you guys who tuned into the stream, we were reacting live on Twitch, as you've already seen, really came through and just made it a good time. It was fun to just chat it up with you guys. There were over 400 of you all, which was really cool to see, and we'll continue to react to these things as we always have in our industry. But I gotta say, I had my hopes up. I like that we have these intermittent events for like the first time in our industry. June and July are actually gonna be packed with like big events. Guys, as a content creator, I can promise you our pattern is E3 for like a week, and then boom, it's dead. It's dead until like the end of August. And for once, and I'm not saying this selfishly, but for once, we'll actually, all of us will have stuff to talk about from this point moving all the way into maybe the end of July, possibly even August. Like, we have Cyberpunk in June. I think they said June 11th. So we have lots of stuff to look forward to. So it's not all doom and gloom. And it's actually quite exciting because companies are going to learn that instead of throwing everything into E3, just the sporadic spread out events throughout the summer is more exciting. For once, we won't have a dead period of the year, which is great. Plus, if there's any positive with this event, Microsoft provided a great platform for smaller games to get some limelight. I mean, you just take, for example, the first game we saw. A lot of people in my chat during my reaction stream were saying, oh, it looks like Call of Duty. Yep, this is 100% Titanfall 3. Wow, they're starting off with a bang. And boom, it was a single developer from China. Like, that was wild. That game looks great. So I'm glad that Microsoft provided a platform for all these awesome looking titles. They're ones I'm going to keep my eyes on. It's just, next time, Xbox needs to market the message better so that expectations are in place, because the consumers weren't wrong. They weren't. They were ready to consume the content that they were told about from multiple sources. This was brief glimpses of gameplay. So that'll do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you found this rant entertaining or relieving at the very least. And I pass it over to you. What do you think of all of this? Fire away in the comments down below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. Big thank you to all the patrons. We are pushing way past our record high. This is getting wild. So thank you guys so much for continuing to support what we're doing here. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.